That was another one of those grudge matches. We had a grudge against the office. Imagine this. There's Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong, the Southern boys, coming out. They took the Confederate flags away from them, I think, by this point. But they're coming out to this. It's on pay-per-view, so it's this hokey-ass, generic, canned, what they considered Southern music or whatever the fuck. I don't know. There was train whistles, and I don't know what the fuck was going on. And the people in Baltimore wanted to see that like they wanted to see their mother hooked up to a fucking life support machine, right? And then we come out and they're cheering us because now that's the point where they're starting to cheer the heels and everything. But once again, we viewed it as a challenge. I said, this thing can hurt the fans' feelings and stink worse than a goddamn, you know, maggot on a gut wagon, or we can, because they were great athletes. Tracy was tremendous. Steve comes from the Armstrong family. So Stan set up his karate spot with Tracy, which always got over. And Bobby set up the fucking double flying cross body where he cross bodied both the Midnight after that do-si-do spot. And we got some heat together in our minds. And then back then when they gave you the finish, they said, okay, Midnight over. And we worked it out. So I went and sat in the bathroom on the toilet for about an hour and figured out, all right, we got to take them on a fucking ride. So I put all the false finishes in. And the one thing Ole had said, none of that tennis racket bullshit. Make it a wrestling finish. That's why Stan won with the fucking kick to the back of the head from outside and blah, blah, blah. And we put that together, and they gave us some time. Yeah, because, 18 minutes. You know, because it was pay-per-view for 3 hours, they had to have something. So, tore the fucking house down. That's what we were supposed to do. We used to be rewarded for it when we did it for Crockett, but now we were penalized for it when we did it there because the herd didn't want that. So as a result of that, I don't know that we had 4 more matches on TV with this, or paper, and never again on pay-per-view with Southern Boys, and maybe 3 or 4 short matches on TV, and that was it ever.
Why did this match work so well with Steve and Tracy?
Because they were good baby faces. They knew how to work. They knew how to work Southern style, and they fucking kept their ears open and their mouth shut, and they listened to Bobby and Stan. And I sat on the toilet for an hour and come up with a finish that would get the fucking thing over. It's not fucking surgery. That's what you do. It's just that nobody else was fucking doing it because they were more interested in how can I get over instead of how can we get the match over, or how can we get the other guys over. Because if we get the other guys over, then some of that fucking sunlight will spread on us. And Dennis Condrey set that standard for the Midnight Express our first week in Mid-South. He said, boys, we don't worry about getting over, we get the match over. If we get the match over, we will get over. And that's what we always did.